Happy Friday, Beresford Bears. This is one of my favorite books, so I thought I would read that for our Friday. It's called The Incredible Book-Eating Boy by Oliver Jeffers. I'm going to take off the cover so it's easier to hold and turn the pages. Henry loved books, but not like you and I love books. No, not quite. Henry loved to eat books. It all began quite by mistake one afternoon when he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't sure at first and tried eating a single word just to test it. Next, he tried a whole sentence and then a whole page. Yes, Henry definitely liked them. By Wednesday, he'd eaten a whole book. Is that a good idea to eat your books? Just read them. And by the end of the month, he could eat a whole book in one go. The Incredible Book-Eating Boy. Henry loved eating all sorts of books. Storybooks, dictionaries, atlases, joke books, books of facts, even math books. But red ones were his favorite. It says, and he was going through them at a fierce rate. That means he's eating them very quickly. But here's the best bit. The more he ate, the smarter he got. He ate a book about goldfish, and then he knew what to feed Ginger, his fish. Before long, he could do his father's crossword in the newspaper. And he was even smarter than his teacher in school. Uh-oh. I bet if you read the books instead of eating them, you would also get smarter and smarter and smarter and grow your brain every day. What do you think? Henry loved being smart. He thought if he kept going, he might even become the smartest person on earth. So he kept eating books, and he kept getting smarter and smarter and smarter. He went from eating books whole to eating them 3 or 4 at a time, books about anything. Henry wasn't fussy, and he wanted to know it all. But then things started going not quite so well. In fact, they started going very, very wrong. Henry was eating too many books, and too quickly at that. Bite, chew, chew, bite, gulp. Uh-oh, he's looking a little bit green, which means he's not feeling well. He was beginning to feel a little bit ill. But here's the worst bit. Everything he was learning was getting all mixed up. He didn't have time to digest it properly. It became quite embarrassing for him to speak. Uh-oh. We need to take time when we read our books and understand them and think about them. Suddenly, Henry didn't feel smart at all. He couldn't answer. He couldn't put the words in order. More than one person told him he should stop eating books. So Henry gave up eating books and sat sadly for a long time. What was he to do? What else could he do to make his brain grow with books? He could read them, right? Then after a while, and almost by accident, Henry picked up a half-eaten book from the floor, but instead of putting it in his mouth, Henry opened it up and began to read. And it was so good. That's one of our sight words this week as well. Henry discovered that he loved to read, and he thought that if he read enough, he might still become the smartest person on earth. Now Henry reads all the time, although every now and then, do you see he took a bite out of the book? The end. I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I do. Have a great Friday and a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you Monday.